Hello, and welcome to the Drop of Infinity, which is what I ended up naming this ship based on suggestions in the comments of the videos from building the ship. I'm assuming that prior to this, me appearing on the ship, I showed like a clip of the ship from outside, right? I did that right. I hope I did that. If I didn't did that, then shame on my past self. But anyway, this is the arrival bay of the ship, which is pretty good. So yeah, in this video basically it's going to be a tour of the ship now that we've constructed it and everything. I built this right outside the starter station, so you might be able to see the starter station if you look for it. Is that it? No, that's a sign. One of those billboards in space. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to take a quick tour around here. So obviously this is the long-range teleporter that's right in the middle of everything, with its pillars up to the ceiling and everything. There's the flower pots, and here's like the, your vending machine and everything, with the other one on the other side. You got your cargo transporters, and this I added in after I finished like with the actual videos of it, because I figured we need one of these, because this was added after that. So I added that in there, which is the assembler, if you didn't know. There's the couple teleporters over here. Here's the little displays over here, so you can get your... I put a little bit of oxygen and hydrogen on here so that it could be alive. And there's the teleporters and everything. That's the stairway, which we'll go into next, I think is where we'll go. And on the other side, it's pretty much the same. Here's those flower pots. I think this room, I think, turned out pretty good. Now that I look at the whole ship, I might have changed up, like, the lighting and the coloring, actually by a lot. Because the lighting is very variable. It changes a lot from place to place, especially in the stairway, if you remember. And the coloring, I don't know how I feel about the coloring. It seems kind of... It doesn't really fit with the theme of the ship, if you know what I mean. Or maybe I should have colored different things, different colors. Anyway, so let's head up the stairway to the main crew deck. Just a warning. If you remember, when we were building the ship, we put a lot of lights in the staircase. And yeah, that has had some noticeable effects on the staircase, so you possibly might want to shield your eyes from this light, which you're about to see. It's very bright, I'm warning you. Oh, look how terribly bright it is. This staircase is awful. Why did I ever put so many lights in here? It's unbearable. I'm definitely gonna change this ship up so it doesn't have like 1,000 lights in it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, you come up here on either side of the middle of the crew deck. And that staircase leads to the bridge. Here's one of those prop data core things, which looks kind of cool there. Let's go over here first. If you run down this way, you got a very badly lit, like these little cupboards, and then the sink thing. And also, of course, you have like a little ADROS terminal there. And let's go into here first. So this room is one of the rooms on the front outside. It curves around, or at least curves as best as it can. There's not really much in here. These rooms are kind of empty. Like this is where like the crew would come in when they're like off duty, you know, not working. So there's a little bit of extra space. It's kind of like, I'm gonna put it as it's customizable for the customer. We'll say that. It's empty because it's customizable for like whoever purchases it, presumably, because like, you know, we'll be selling these. There's another cupboard thing. These things are bookshelves. They don't animate, but they look decent. They're just like light books, because you can read light, you know. And this door leads back into here, and over there's the stairway we came up, so that's where that door is in relation to that door. And we're right here again, see? And then what I find is ironic, okay, I guess this door is extremely dark, but if you open it, it's like suddenly bright. So, yeah, there's that. Over here, there's no door in here. These are just bookcases. And on the other side, it's pretty much the exact same thing, I think, except for, of course, reflected across the, like on the, across the axis in the middle of the ship. And then you got the terminal back here, and the door that leads back into the crew main here. And now, I think, from here, we should first check out the engine room, because This is the only way into the engine room. There's the shield generator. Yeah, like I said, the lighting is very different from room to room. This room is preposterously dark, while the staircase is preposterously bright. And this door, I believe, is the only door into the engine room. And you have to take an elevator to get down there. So it's a little bit. This room is a little bit inconvenient in the sense that there's only one way in, and you have to take an elevator to get down there. But it works, I guess. Maybe not how we would want it to work. You know, we could probably just jump, but I'm going to take the elevator because realism. So yeah, here's one of the main larger shield generators spinning away because the shields are up. That right there is one of the smaller ones. Of course, those are mirrored on the other side because we wanted this ship to have a ton of shield power in case it got taken on by an enemy. And since this ship was made before guns were added, and I didn't decide to put any guns on, the shields are its only form of defense if it gets attacked. So there's, you need your shields. And this is one of the fuel tanks, which has nothing in it right now because I didn't fill all the fuel tanks. I just put some in. And then here's the large generators, of course. There's darkness over here. But yeah, as you can see, there's 2 rows of generators. You run down the middle, and then there's this generator. I guess there's actually 2 of them, aren't there? Oops. Yeah, let's get around here. And of course, there's a small one on the sides. And let's go back. And back there, of course, would be where the engines are, but we're on the inside of the ship, so we can't see them. And of course, we got the disposal unit, which I guess also doubles as the beacon dispensing section, because that's where you dispense beacons from. And we can go around here, and then the other shield generator. And then look how tall this room is. This is the tallest room in the ship. Actually, it's the same height as the mining station, the mining room. We can come up here and, it's like, just, do that. Sabotage the ship a little bit, just for fun. Then we can take the elevator back up to the crew main deck. And then from there, I think we'll head to the mining room. And then after that, we'll hit the bridge and we'll take it for a flight. Okay. Okay. And now the mining deck would be beneath these staircases. Mining room. Okay, so the mining room is 3 decks, 3 stories tall. And I really wish I had put like scaffolding, because like I was thinking you could just walk on these, but then also like if you don't jump, you fall down all the way to the bottom. Also, if there's cargo on here, how could you walk on them? So you'd have to walk between. So I wish I put like these floor panels underneath them so that you could actually walk around in a reasonable manner and not just fall down like that. Anyway, let's start from the bottom, I guess. So down here you have to work through your tangle of scaffolding. Also on the doors there's these scaffolds that kind of block. And here's the main room when you walk in first. Room 0, I guess, because some of the rooms don't like to keep their names. And yeah, so there's 2 extractors in the middle. Here's one extractor. Let me just step up so you can see it. Here's one of the extractors, right? You would be able to mine stuff up by the starter station so there's no asteroids. On the other side, on the very opposite end, here's the other extractor, which is just like sitting right next to this one. You can kind of get an idea of where they're at relative to each other there. And then at the ends, you have the refineries, which, it's very blue and orange up there. And there's the scaffolding in the way with a little bit of Z fighting there. And, you could refine stuff, which I did a little bit. I've used this ship a couple times. And the reason I postponed making this video was basically because of the indecent frame rate I was getting. It was just so terrible that I couldn't do anything. I just fell off. But now I'm getting almost 40 frames, which is pretty good, because this ship, it's a pretty big ship. I guess they fixed how they rendered things in the game or something like that. That's my guess anyway. But yeah, this floor, the second floor, I guess, is just cargo storage, and I really didn't design it out very well, because how can you get over here? Like, you're on this floor, you can get to here easily, but there's no walkway to get over here, which is another reason why I should have added more walkways, because then you could actually walk. But if we head up here, again, we're up to the floor where we started from. There's the door we came in, and here's the cargo pads. I guess you could walk on top of this, like that, but that doesn't really help. You have to still have some pretty good skill with jumping puzzles in video games. Please don't fall. And let's go back into the crew deck, which is, again, very bright compared to everywhere else. And here's a very bright section, which leads to the command center, also known as the bridge. So, This is where all the action happens, basically. There's a lot of functional systems up here, like this thing, the transponder, and also the ship construction terminal. I have the respawn chambers up here, and I also have the oxygen systems here. I have 6 oxygen systems total, which I think I must have shown, and I have 2 of them with oxygen in them, because you only really need 1 if you only have 1 person, but I put 2 in because why not, you know? And on the other side, you have pretty much the same thing. You have your ADROS terminals, your start broadcasting drop of infinity. This is your terminal, or vending machine. You got tables everywhere. There's a little bit of cargo pad space because those come in handy if you, like, really need some space to put cargo. There you go, put cargo in there. And over here, you got your, more oxygen stuff, more respawn chambers, and also these things, which I added in. These little, looky-through ports, which are kind of hard to look through. Hey, look, there's the starter station up there, above us. And I guess that's pretty much it. There's these chairs, there's those tables, there's these looky ports, which are up here, which I guess are useful. I don't know when you would use these. I did not paint the outside of this, just so you know. And here we go. We got our 2 seats for pilot and co-pilot. Also, I turned the shields off. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. For fun. And we can go outside, and this is what the ship looks like. I did do a lot. I took a long time smoothing this background out. It doesn't look great. Like, there's a lot of like little notches here, but I figured, why not? Because it kind of, it's a theme with the ship. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it a theme that the ship has. It's like smooth, but also jagged at the same time. And just a warning, this ship is very, very slow, so don't expect us to be getting up to anything reasonably paced at all. But yeah, let's show how slow it is by pointing up at the mining station and flying by. Yeah, you can see how slowly it turns based on just this. I'm moving all the way, maximum turning speed, and that's how fast it goes. Okay. And let's go full throttle. And we'll go to third person. This is one thing I like about it, though, the way it looks with the engines going. Just look at that. You got these main ones in the back, and then you have these ones that stick out here, and then these ones here. I really like the way I did that on there. And we're actually gonna crash into the station. Just gotta go down a little bit. Go down. Oh, we crashed. For some reason, the starter station has literally no shields. I think, unless it has shields and they're invisible. I don't know. That is weird. We shouldn't be colliding anymore. Anyway, that's that. And yeah, I think we're going at the ship's maximum speed right now. Yeah, 19 meters per second. It's not very fast. It's really slow. But you know what? It's also very big, so that's understandable. Yeah. Look at it. It's a pretty ship. I like it. There's a massive solar panel on it. You got your sensor arrays on it, which I checked out the sensors on it, and I don't think they worked last time I checked. Let's try them now, see if they work on here. So, yeah, scanner strength is 0. I don't know what that's all about. Got no idea. But look how cool this looks. You know? You're gonna be flying through space at almost 20 meters per second, which is not very fast at all. You know, just cruising by, looking for a potential asteroid field, but not being able to scan it for some reason. And in your little ship with your crew of however many, wandering around doing whatever they do. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's cool to see it be a reality. And this is kind of the reason it was called Drop of Infinity, is because of the it's shaped like a teardrop sort of. And there was another suggestion. I combined a couple, I think 2, maybe 3 suggestions from the comments into like one super name, which I found was pretty cool. That looks kind of cool right there with the glowing right there. We'll try to zoom in. Yeah, like the glowing effect on the solar panels with the ship around it and the bubble. That looks pretty cool. A little bubble flying through space. And of course we can get out of the pilot seat while we're flying and walk around the ship. It's no problem. We can go in sensors, pick up ships. Of course, there's not going to be any cargo in here. But you can totally, like, scan for cargo on other ships and raid them, as long as you make sure you're close enough to being back, because I found that, like, the, Voltron stations, those ones, they only have short-range teleporters on them, so if you teleport to them with your long-range ones, good luck teleporting back, basically. But, yeah. I guess that's this ship, so in the comments section I would suggest leaving suggestions for, like, what you would like the next ship to be. Like, do you want it to be like a supermassive starship like this one, or do you want it to be a small fighting craft, or like a specific thing like an ambassador craft or something like that, like a mining ship? Do you want it to be like very fancy and like clean, or do you want it to be more like a rugged type ship? You know, there's all kinds of things you can put down there, like any kind of suggestion you want to see in the next ship. Themed ships, even like from specific science fiction shows. I could do my best to make one of them, maybe. And also, yeah, if you want to see like streaming, if you want me to do like a stream of the ship, and then record the stream and put it up on YouTube so that like people can watch it on YouTube without having to have been on the stream. But then you can, like, if you're on the stream, you could like, communicate with me and put suggestions in as I'm building it, which I don't know how you would, if you would like that. It would be like more preferable. So if you want to do that, then go ahead and like say that, like, yeah, I want to do streams and stuff. And yes, spaceship, cool spaceship, fast spaceship. Just kidding, it's slow. I've known my way around the ship for a while now, or been around, going around, so I kind of know my way. And yeah, we have our ship. I've said that a lot of times now. I'm running out of things to say, which means this video is pretty much over. Hooray! Cool!